So, what's the one thing, the single biggest difference between where you are right now and where you desperately want to be? It's not what you think. It's not talent, it's not luck, and it's not even intelligence. The answer? It's consistency. And today we're going to break down a simple but really powerful secret that could literally change the entire course of your life. Okay, so our journey starts with a story. It's about a young, aspiring comic who had this huge dream of becoming one of the greats. And he used this surprisingly simple technique to absolutely master his craft. And yeah, he became one of the wealthiest comedians of all time. Of course, we're talking about the one and only Jerry Seinfeld. And the secret he used? Well, it's something any of us, literally any of us, can use too. So, what was this secret weapon? What was the big secret? Honestly, it's a method that is so simple, you might even be tempted to just brush it off. But don't. It's often called the Seinfeld calendar method, and its real genius, its beauty, is just how simple it is. All right, here's how it works. It's incredibly straightforward. First, Seinfeld went out and got a huge wall calendar. The kind you can see from way across the room. Then, he gave himself one task: write jokes every single day. And here's the kicker: the quality didn't matter. Some days the jokes were good, most days, probably not so much, but that wasn't the point. The point was just doing the work. After he finished for the day, he'd take a big red marker and put a giant X over that day on the calendar. And his one and only goal, you guessed it, don't break the chain. Now think about it. After a few days, you've got a little chain going. After a couple of weeks, you have a pretty good looking chain. And right around then, something powerful happens in your brain. A psychological switch just flips. Suddenly, your only job, the only thing you care about, is not breaking that beautiful string of red X's. It becomes, well, addicting. You'll do almost anything to avoid seeing an empty square on that calendar. Okay, so this powerful idea of not breaking the chain, that's the foundation for a framework that every single one of us can use. We're going to call it the Law of 100. It basically takes Seinfeld's brilliant core idea and turns it into a concrete, life-changing challenge that you can apply to any goal you have. And honestly, it really is this simple. Just two steps. That's it. Step one, you decide on one keystone action. Just one. This is the single action that you think would have the biggest positive impact on your life. And don't worry, we'll get into what exactly that means in a sec. Step two, you commit to doing that one thing every single day for 100 days straight. And this right here is the most crucial part of the whole thing. 100 consecutive days. I'm not talking Monday through Friday, not most days. I mean every single day. No exceptions, no excuses. That commitment, that non-negotiable part, that's where the magic, the real transformation actually happens. Okay, but that brings up a really important question, right? How in the world do you pick that one thing? The key, the secret sauce here, is to find what's known as your keystone habit. I want you to picture a Roman arch for a second. You've seen them, right? The keystone is that one single stone right at the very top. It's actually the last piece they put in, but it's the one that locks all the other stones together and makes the whole structure incredibly strong. Well, a keystone habit does the exact same thing for your life. It's that one habit that once you lock it into place, it triggers this amazing chain reaction, and other positive habits just start to fall into place almost effortlessly. Now, here is where almost all of us go wrong. I know I've done this. We try what I call the overwhelmed way. We decide we're going to change everything at once. Okay, starting Monday, I'll wake up at 5, meditate for 20 minutes, go for a run, do yoga, read 30 pages, and journal. We're basically setting ourselves up to fail from the get-go. The Keystone Way is the total opposite. You focus on just one of those things. So for example, your only goal, your only mission is to wake up at 5 a.m. That's it. You do that, you've won the day. And this is where the magic really kicks in. When you commit to that one keystone habit, it creates this incredible domino effect. So let's say your keystone habit is to work out every day. What happens? Well, you'll naturally start wanting to drink more water. And then you start thinking, maybe I should eat a little healthier to fuel these workouts. Pretty soon you're prioritizing better sleep so you can recover. It all just happens. You're not forcing it. That one habit is holding all the others in place. And look, this isn't just some motivational trick or a cute little hack. This stuff is grounded in actual science. When you commit to this for 100 days, you are literally, and I mean literally, rewiring the physical structure of your brain.
Think of your brain like a dense forest, okay? Your old habits, especially the bad ones, are like these wide, well worn paths that have been walked down thousands and thousands of times. It's just easy, it's effortless to stroll down them. Now, trying to build a new habit, that's like taking out a machete and having to hack a brand new path through the thickest part of that forest. It's hard work, it's uncomfortable, and yeah, it takes a ton of effort at first.
But here's the really good news. Your brain is built for this. The scientific term for it is neuroplasticity. It's this incredible ability your brain has to physically reorganize itself, to form new neural connections based on what you do, based on your actions. And what that means for you is that who you are today is not who you have to be tomorrow. Your brain is not set in stone. It's more like clay, and it's just waiting for your instructions.
So, over these 100 days, that new path you're hacking, it changes. On day one, yeah, you're swinging that machete, you're fighting through the brush. But by day 30, a small trail starts to emerge. You can see where you're going. By day 70, that path is clear. It's much, much easier to walk. And by day 100, what was once a huge struggle is now a 4-lane superhighway. It's automatic. You don't even think about it anymore. You might even find yourself waking up before your alarm even goes off.
Okay, I know what's happening right now for some of you. Your brain is already starting to fight back, isn't it? It's cooking up a whole list of reasons why this won't work for you. So, you know what? Let's tackle those excuses head on.
That little voice you're hearing, that's the voice of fear. It's the voice of your old habits trying to protect their turf. It's the part of your brain that just wants to stay comfortable on that easy, well-worn path. But here's the key. Just recognizing that voice for what it is, that's the first step to being able to ignore it. And trust me, these thoughts are universal. Everyone has them. I don't know if I can do that. You don't understand my schedule. What if this just doesn't work out for me? I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. It's a total storm of self-doubt. But you have to learn to recognize it for what it is. It's just noise. It's the background chatter of your old self trying to keep you right where you are. Because here's the honest truth. Success isn't reserved for the smartest people or the most talented or the luckiest. I've seen it over and over again. The most successful people, they are simply the most consistent. That's it. They're the ones who show up even when they don't feel like it. They do the work when they're totally uninspired. They are masters of not breaking the chain. All right, let's zoom out for a second. Let's look at the bigger picture here. Because this isn't just about getting through the next 100 days. This is about the incredible compounding effect this one change can have on the next 5 years of your life. You know, there's this really powerful story about the Chinese bamboo tree. For the first 5 years after you plant the seed, you have to water it and take care of it every single day. And you see, absolutely nothing. Not a single sprout breaks through the soil. Imagine that, 5 years of work with zero visible results. I mean, most people would give up, right? But then, sometime during the 6th year, the thing just explodes. It grows up to 80 feet tall in just 6 weeks. Your success works the exact same way. You put in all this consistent work with what feels like nothing to show for it, and then suddenly everything just takes off. Listen to me on this one. There will be a point in your 100 days when you want to quit. I guarantee it. You'll have a breakdown, you'll be thinking, this isn't working, this is a waste of time, it's just not for me. But you have to remember this. Your biggest breakdown, it's often just a test to see if you really truly want it. And it almost always comes right before your biggest breakthrough. So please don't give up 5 feet from the gold. And so I want to leave you with this one final question. I want you to think about that one thing, that thing you gave up on a few years ago. Just for a second, think about where you'd be today if you had just stuck with it. Now, imagine starting something new today, that one keystone habit. Where could you be in 5 years if you just decided right here, right now, not to break the chain?